Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Pablo over here from Style Systems. Now, I have a question for you. This video, I'm going to start making a question for you. How often do you update yourself, right? How often do you update yourself? Or how often do you update, for that matter? You see, let's think about a computer, okay? Whenever you have a computer, if that computer is not updated, or a cell phone, what starts to happen? You start, you have old pictures in your phone, you have a lot of programs, and you have a lot of, I don't know, things that you don't even use in your computer, cookies from past website browsers and stuff like that. And what happens is that the program, the whole program that makes the computer work, it starts to slow down, right? The whole computer starts to get kind of slow, and it's no longer what's the word? It doesn't function the way it's supposed to function, right? So what happens when you don't, every now and then you don't update that computer, that cell phone, or that something? Eventually it gets slower, and eventually it's out of date, and eventually it becomes of no use. It becomes garbage, right? So my question to you is, how often do you update yourself? How often do you update your inner computer? Some people don't even know that they have an inner computer, right? Some people think that they just, randomly acting through life, and they just wake up and they go to their jobs and they just randomly post something and they just randomly take pictures and talk to people. But you see, my friends, we have an inside computer and we have to update it also. Now, talking about fashion, that's a whole nother aspect, right? Truly, it is not. It is the same thing. The fundamental aspects of the life and fashion, to me, they are all the same. How often do you update your wardrobe? Right? With Style Systems, or with any other image consultant for that matter, we have a service that we provide, which is called wardrobe analysis. And what we do is basically we update your wardrobe, because you know, and I know, there's some things over there that you're no longer using, right? You have things that you don't use, or you have things that you used when your body was different. And you're thinking, you're kidding yourself. You're thinking inside of yourself like, oh no, wait, until I lose some weight, I'm gonna use this pair of jeans again. When I lose some weight, I'm gonna use this beautiful dress again. Oh, I'm waiting to go into another wedding so I can use this suit again. When I go to the gym and get more strong, I'm gonna be able to use this polo shirt again. How many of us have said that before, or how many of you do you know that are saying that right now? It's funny to me. Well, you need to update your wardrobe as much as you need to update all the aspects of your life. You see, there's an axiom in imagology. An axiom, for those that don't know what an axiom is an undeniable truth. It's a truth that is so obvious that it requires no explanation. There's an axiom in imagology, the science that studies image, which is exactly what I do, that says to us that image is dynamic. And now we can take this same axiom and apply it into life. Life is dynamic. What does that mean? Well, life is dynamic, image is dynamic. What I mean by saying dynamic is life is movement, is change, constant change. You cannot prevent change. What you can prevent is improvement, right? But change is inevitable. Okay, each and every day our body is changing, our mind is changing, our attention is shifting and changing. We are experiencing change all the time. So with our fashion, with image, with the way that we project ourselves, We are changing because our mind is changing, because the times are changing. So we must be updated. We must upgrade ourselves. When was the last time you upgraded your software, your inner software, and your hardware? Your hardware meaning your fashion. You must upgrade yourselves. You must be updated. And by that, I'm not talking about the staying in trend, you know, by following fashions, following trends. That is stupid, because that is so malleable. That is so unstable. That depends on what that is very much, you know, goes together with the economic. You see, it's all about advertising. It's all about money. So don't follow trends, don't follow fashions just for the fuck of it, right? But when we talk about updating your wardrobe or your fashion or your inner software, you know, your software, not inner software, your personal software and your hardware, I'm meaning that you need to go through your house and say, you know, I'm never going to use this, never again. Be honest with yourself and say, you know, I'm not going to lose this weight, so I'm not going to use this. I better give it away to someone that is actually going to use it. If you have not used a piece of cloth, of your clothes, more than 2 months or 3 months, then you must give it away. And it's also a good exercise. It's part of life. It's a good exercise to learn to let go. More will come. Let go. There are some suits that you are no longer fitting. There are some suits that you no longer want, you no longer use. There are some dresses, some shoes. Women, you have tons of shoes, you know that. You need to let them go. You need to say, you know, I better give them away. There's beauty. Somewhere in the world there's gonna be a beautiful young woman that wants to use these shoes. I'm gonna give them away. And more will come. In your house, in your space, you must be able to clean and upgrade your space. This talks about Feng Shui and the energies of your space. Renovate yourself, renovate your space, renovate your wardrobe, upgrade. When was the last time you upgraded yourself? Now, for some reason, we do it with our computer because we know that if we stop upgrading or updating our computer, it will not stop. It will stop. It will no longer function, right? But for some fucking reason, we don't do and we don't apply that into ourselves. I don't get it. Why is it so important that we upgrade the hardware and software or whatever you call it in the cell phone, but not in our mind? I don't get that. To me, you see, it's more important what's happening here. That is what's happening on my phone, on my computer, on my technologies. This, to me, is a technology. The power of image is a technology. My mind is a technology. So I must keep it updated, renovating it, not attaching it to certain aspects, you know, like, oh, I'm going to attach to my old image. No. Of course, there are certain aspects that you need to maintain, which are your essence, you know, this covers your essence. But I'm not going to get into that because that's part of my new event, Branding Yourself. I'm not going to get into that. I just want to emphasize and bring to your attention that you must upgrade yourself. You must update yourself. You must keep updated. Update your wardrobe. Update your mind, your life, your communication. Stay hungry. Be learning. And by that, you're going to keep updating. Because when you no longer update yourself, you become old-fashioned. You become, and not the old-fashioned, but you know what I'm saying. You become, what's the word I'm looking for? Testarudo. I don't know how to say it in English, or I forgot how to say it in English. Like hard-headed, you know, like you think you know everything already, and you think that everything that you're doing is okay, and you don't need to learn anything else. You don't need to change anything else because you already know everything. I'm the god of style. I don't need to change my image, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. You and I know that that's not how life works. Whether if you do, I mean, you do it either consciously or unconsciously. You either do it by choice, I'm going to change and I'm going to upgrade and I'm going to change, not upgrade, simply change. I'm going to change by choice or the outside, the world, time is going to force you to change, right? That's just what it is. That just happens. Whether you want to attach yourself into an old tradition, old fashion statement, old something, and you cling into that, time itself will tell you that that is going to be forgotten. So renovate yourself. Become aware of this axiom that is image is dynamic, and you can call also life is dynamic. Existence is dynamic. It's always moving. And the more you are in touch with that, the more you are in touch with the everything, with the existing, with the cosmos, with, you function better. You feel better, you communicate better, you look better, because you are in tune with the all, or whatever you want to call it. You are in tune with yourself. Okay? So with that, I'm going to leave you. Become the best version of yourself. Upgrade your software and your hardware, not only on the things that are outside of yourself, but on this body, with your mind, with your spirit, with your body, with everything that is going on around you, with your voice and everything. All right? I will see you, my friends, on the next one.